Nice to meet you.
What were your batters saying about that pitch? Because we know the wonders to be just flat and you could just let fly. What were they saying about how the pitch played?
Yeah, it probably was a good wicket. A little bit there with the new ball, and then played pretty decent. The odd one bounced a little bit more than I expected, but I think if we look back at that, I think our batters certainly will be very disappointed not chasing that down. It was a total that probably was 180 plus was probably par, so I think our batters will be disappointed in not chasing that.
Where do you feel they went wrong?
Yeah, we kept on losing wickets. We didn't get a partnership going. Maybe at times went a little bit hard, but I suppose that's the nature of the game. I think what they did well is they had a batter get 70 or something, and then it looked like it became easier once you got in. Unfortunately, none of our batters got in, and then it makes it tough chasing that total.
Was it a case of, in the first two games you had Phil and Will do a bulk of the batting, a case of some of the other guys didn't really get an opportunity and that maybe caught up with them here?
No, I think it's probably just our options. And then, some days you hit fielders as a batter, and then you feel like you're under pressure and what. Probably just one of those days, hopefully, and hopefully we'll get back tomorrow again and get going. It probably did a little bit more than our batters might have thought, and probably should have played a little bit. If you look back, they probably would have said we could have played a little bit smarter, but I suppose it's the nature of the game.
One of the audio clips that you said, first Kallis from Sport 24, one of the audio clips that said you did mention that everyone has to deal with the tight schedule, but how do you now cope with having to play an intense game today and have to rock up and play with the very next team, the very same team the next day tomorrow?
Yeah, that's the tough part of it, and I think the teams that deal with that the best, recover the best, and are the smartest with that. I think are the guys that will come through. It is a tough schedule, but it's not like we're the only team that's got that. Every team's got that. So it's certainly not an excuse that we're going to use. We're going to have to be mentally strong, and the guys are going to have to be up for it, and obviously do their work off the field to get ready for the games, whether it be ice baths and fitness trainers and physios and all that kind of stuff to make sure that they're 100% for tomorrow.
Any more questions? Yeah.
Chad from SABC Sport. I think a lot of the entertainment, first game at the Bullring and in the SA20, a lot of entertainment in terms of the Highveld derby. Expecting a bit more at Supersport Park tomorrow, and just what are you expecting in terms of the entertainment on the pitch, because we saw late run-outs, tight chase at the end.
Yeah, that's the nature of the game. I suppose that's what the tournament wants, and nice for the tournament that we had a close game again. So, especially when it's the derby, I expect the same thing tomorrow. That it'll be a tight game, and yeah, hopefully the people will come out and support. I think it's been very good so far. When you've got a good product like this with good players and they're playing good cricket, it's entertaining. The people will come and watch, and I think they've showed that so far.
You still have another home game tomorrow, but you have another set of games to play at the coast. Just slightly before, how important is it to collect the points on the road before you've got your batch of home games after the England ODIs?
Yeah, it'll be nice to get a good run going before we have that break and sort of get ahead of the rest of the pack. You don't want to play catch up to the back end. So yeah, the guys are certainly talking about it, saying that we want to have a good run leading up to that, and if we can go into that break ahead of the pack, it'll certainly put us obviously ahead of the pack, but put us in a good position going forward, where we don't feel like we need to panic towards the back end, and you feel under pressure to win games.
In the context of the game, perhaps not one of the biggest wickets, but that catch from Will Jacques.
Jeez, great catch that. It's probably one of the best catches I've seen. Actually, I haven't asked him whether he was trying to save it for going for six or trying to catch it, but yeah, it's certainly one of the best that I've seen. A magnificent catch, and I suppose the entertainment you get from T20 cricket.
You feel that catch should be part of the 2 million rand?
It's actually not a bad call. I think it's such a good catch. Maybe they should say it should go part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You're the Coach News from Africa. Coach, just looking at the bad run of games or results that Joburg Super Kings had coming into this game, and you guys having had those two back-to-back wins, do you feel like not getting the result here is a blemish in your record and some points lost going forward?
It's probably one that we'll look at and saying when they were 60 after 10 overs, we were really on top of the game. It's probably one that we'll look back and say we probably let them back in and lost the game. They did play well from overs 10 to 20, so we've got to give them that. And then, like I said, our batters felt like we should have chased it down. So, if they're saying we should have chased it down, then yeah, but it's T20 cricket. You can't guarantee beating anyone in this competition. I think that's the good thing and the good nature about this competition, that each team can beat every team, and I think every team's lost a game now. So it just shows you that you can't pitch up on the day and expect to win a game. It's good cricket.
You mentioned the slow start in the first 10 overs, and you guys went out, quite hard in the beginning. Is that something you perhaps look to change in the second game?
No, I think it's the way that we've discussed that we want to play. We want to play positive cricket. So we kind of felt that they would do that, having the results that they had. They might come out a little bit cautious. But yeah, that's not the way we go out and we play, and we give our guys freedom and to take the situation at the time and play within what their strengths are. So yeah, if you're going to play like that, some days you're going to mess it up a little bit, and other days, you're going to score big runs. So you've got to take the good or the bad if you're going to play aggressive cricket.
Anything particularly you want to see different tomorrow?
Just getting a partnership going with our batting, and perhaps be a little bit more clinical with our death bowling.
In terms of that positive cricket, do you see that, are you banking on getting the bulk of the results and positive results from that particular style of cricket when you're playing your home games? Is that a particular badge that you're targeting?
I think it depends on the wickets, the way you play. But even if the wicket's there, if you're putting the bowler under pressure, not letting him bowl at you, it makes the target a little bit smaller for the bowler. So that's the way our guys want to play the game. And then on good wickets, obviously, you're going to get a few more runs in that. So, getting a balance of that right, I think, is key. But I think with the way our batters play, we're always going to take the aggressive route.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.